Hey there guys, what's going on? Today we are back with another top 10 list discussing the top 10 best guns in Modern Warfare in multiplayer with the Season 6 update. Of course, there is a lot of stuff going on in the Call of Duty community right now. We've got the Cold War beta happening and sort of happening up until the game does release, which is about a month away, about 5 weeks or so. And we do actually have a little bit of a new series coming up planned for the lead up into that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on, just in case you don't want to miss that new series that we're going to be playing. Season 6 is a really fantastic update in my opinion. It was previously very buggy, but we did get great new weapons and both of them do take a place on our list, which is of course all you really do want with the new weapons that you do get in these games. You just want them to be good, that's pretty much it. So right, straight into our list here. So starting off our list here, we've got a weapon from Season 5. The Fin LMG is pretty great, as we've seen in the last couple of videos. It's one of those weapons that people will always be drawn towards, as it does have a very high fire rate of about 1,000 rounds per minute with the right attachments. Decent recoil control, relatively decent movement speed, and handling speeds make for a pretty good weapon overall, and yes, the chainsaw stock on this weapon is still pretty bad. Anyway, if you are looking for a class setup with this particular weapon, we want to grab that compensator for that recoil control, the factory adverse barrel to increase our fire rate, then we want to have a look at that tac laser for that aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness, which just has a minor boost to our recoil control, reducing that weapon sway. Then we want that no stock for that movement speed and aim down sight speed, of course. If there was a stipple grip tape option on this weapon, we'd probably take that as well. The Commando foregrip does round out our class here, making it very easy to control that horizontal recoil control, which can be a little bit bouncy sometimes with this particular weapon. But as I said, this is a fantastic option in this game right now in terms of the LMG class. Basically, it has a very high fire rate, and people love weapons with a high fire rate. You'll see that in the rest of this list. It's definitely a good weapon, and it does offer something a little bit different. Perfect number 10 on our list. In the 9 slot, we do have the FAL here, which is still an absolute monster in this game. Like, consistent and easy to hit one-shot kills with the FAL make it so fantastic in this game. With the right attachment setup, we do get great accuracy, fantastic damage, great handling and mobility, and an easy one-shot kill through very clean iron sights. The only thing that people don't really like about the FAL is of course the single-shot fire, which you can change up with the burst mod if you are feeling particularly spicy. Anyway, my class for the FAL does look like this, with that monolithic suppressor increasing our damage range and of course giving us that sound suppression, as well as an increase to our bullet velocity. That XRK marksman barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, of course, that you can expect from the best barrels in the game. We then move to the no stock, of course, for that movement speed and aim down sight speed. Close quarter stock is also a good option here, but I feel like the recoil control loss that we get from this is not really that significant. Take it to the Commando foregrip as usual, recoil stabilization, aiming stability as usual, and then that stipple grip tape, of course, getting those sights up nice and quickly as well. As I said, those one-shot kills with this particular weapon make it a very powerful option. You hit that head and you get an instant kill, which there isn't really much more that you can say about the FAL. It is what it is. It's a very powerful weapon in this game, and it's kind of funny to think that it used to be basically the worst gun in the game when it did release. In the 8 slot, we have the SPR-208. This brand new rifle, when it did release, was actually broken with the particular rounds that we're about to talk about just in a second, and if we had to release this video a little bit earlier, it probably would have been in the number 2 slot on this list, as I said, it was a broken weapon in this game. Made it a hit scan with the right attachments, which is absolutely ridiculous. You just hit shots from pretty much everywhere on any map, even the Warzone map, just like out to about 400 meters or so. It was a hit scan weapon, which is just ridiculous. But now that they have nerfed it, it is a little bit worse, but it's still a very powerful option in this game, and you can get attachments that suit every playstyle. If you are looking to sort of get those regular sniping kills, you maybe drop off the ZLR ASP and then take like the bolt assembly for that sort of increase to our rechamber speed. But because we are looking at those quick scopes still in that multiplayer arena, we do want to hang on to this ZLR ASP for that aim down sight speed and movement speed. The bullet velocity loss here that we do get is not actually super significant, as we do still have the 338 Lapua mags for that increase to our bullet velocity, that damage range, and of course increasing our damage. You really do need this ammo to make the most of sort of hitting those lower torso shots, because this still does give you a one-shot kill if you are hitting someone in like the stomach and the chest, and basically above that you get an easy kill. Then of course we're all about aim down sight speed attachments with that tac laser. That aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness is really key with most snipers, as it does decrease that sort of idle sway that you do get as well. Then we move to the big old Solar Zero SPR 28mm scope for that zoom level. Gives us a 7x zoom scope, perfect for quick scoping. It's a fantastic option in this game. Really clean sight picture. And then lastly, the best movement option for this particular weapon is the XRK SP Light 208 Blitz for that aim walking movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. Really nice to get these sights up nice and quickly with this particular weapon, perfect for quick scoping. And when you do combine this with the barrel that we've chosen here, we get a great combination of excellent aim down sight speed, as well as maintaining a lot of that bullet velocity and damage from that ammunition. As I said, this probably would have been at the top of the list if I did make this video earlier, but but we've held off, waited for the nerfs and stuff like that. It's still a good weapon in this game, and it's probably still better than the Kar 98K in terms of quick scoping and stuff like that. So the SPR 208 is number 8 on our list. In the 7 slot, we have got the Ram 7 here. I've always considered the Ram 7 one of my favorite guns in the game just because of the high fire rate. Again, we talked about this already. High fire rate weapons really do bring people in. And it's been at number 2, 3, and 4 slots on our previous list, but it does continue to slide down our list sadly, but I just love me some Ram 7. You just shred people with basically the M4 with a higher fire rate, good damage, good range, fast fire rate, good handling, good mobility. Everything about the Ram 7 is just good. In terms of our attachments here, we are running the FSS Ranger barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, of course. Getting those shots on target as soon as possible. Easy to control recoil with this particular option, really nice here. Getting those sights up as usual, really important with these particular weapons. Aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness from that tack laser. Moving to the close quarter stock, of course, with that aim down sight speed as usual. Getting those sights up, very important again. Commando foregrip to control the recoil with this particular weapon. It does have a sort of up and to the right, little bit of a recoil pattern which you do have to control, and the recoil stabilization benefits from the Commando foregrip do make it very easy. And then the 50 round mags, because 30 rounds is not enough for this high fire rate weapon. Really important to have more bullets to fire at people. I really do like the Ram 7, it's a great option in this game, but more better weapons do keep getting added, and we might see this slide further down the list as we do go on. This is one of the first DLC weapons added, so it's only fair that it does go down as weapons do get better in this game. In the number 6 slot, we're going with the only shotgun on this list. The R90 shotgun is a fantastic option in this game if you do like to rush around, play in those close quarters areas, and hit dumb shots with shotguns. This is probably one of the most fun weapons in the game if you just sort of sprint around everywhere and just blast people away. You get that one-shot kill out to about 12 meters, which is really nice here, and that two-shot kill is about 19 meters or so. So you get that double tap with this particular weapon, like you fire 2 shots, you recock your gun, you fire 2 more shots. It's really easy to get killed with this particular weapon. So fantastic with the right attachments. Speaking of the attachments, we want the combination of the choke and the forged tack sentry. Both of these do give us an increase to our pellet spread, make it nice and tight there, and an increase to our damage range as well. You wouldn't go with any other option in these 2 slots. Basically, the Gemini is just a bad barrel option because it does widen our pellet spread. Don't want that. And the choke does basically just mean that it is better than like the monolithic suppressor or anything similar. Just the best option here. 5mm laser does decrease that hip fire spread, making it as small as possible. Really easy to hit hip fire shots with this run around everywhere. Sprint to fire speed, really nice as well. Then we want those Dragon's Breath rounds, of course, to give us that incendiary damage, those one-shot kills. This is basically just a straight upgrade over the stock shells. Gives us 30 burn damage on the end of most of our shots, and just really does eliminate people. The R90 used to be one of the best shotguns in the game, then they stealth nerfed it, then they added the Dragon's Breath rounds, and it is back, and it's fantastic. And then lastly, the stipple grip tape to get those sights up nice and quickly. That sprint to fire speed as well, a great bonus here. A good number 6 on our list is a really great shotgun in this game. In the 5 slot here, we do of course have the MP7, which is quickly growing on me as one of my favorite SMGs in this game, just because of how reliable and easy to use it is. It's got that really high fire rate of about 950 rounds per minute, but basically the recoil control with this is so easy, you don't even really have to think about it. You can just blast people away and it's not a problem at all. Continue to fire those shots down range, you don't even have to think about it. It's very easy to hit shots with this, and that's why people love it, especially in multiplayer and of course Warzone as well. It's a great weapon. For our attachments here, we're looking to increase that damage range, which is better than you would expect for the most part, so we want that monolithic suppressor for that sound suppression, and of course that damage range as well. The FSS strike barrel to increase our damage range, bullet velocity. Don't really need the recon barrel because that recoil control, as I've said previously, is really easy to hit as it is, so it's not really a super important component here. Then we move to our Commando foregrip, recoil stabilization, making it just a little bit easy to hit those shots as well that are already super easy to hit. 50 round mags, basically because the 60 can reduce our aim down sight speed and movement speed by just a little bit more, and we don't want that, and we want more bullets to fire. And then lastly, the stipple grip tape, of course, get those sights up nice and quickly with this. We're not really wasting anything here. Basically, that easy to hit recoil, all shots are very easy to hit with this weapon, and it's a really nice option in this game. If you've never used it, like you haven't spent the time to level this up, definitely check it out because it is a fantastic weapon in this game. Now, these next 2 slots are a real toss-up in this game. I'd say you could probably swap them in their spots on this list, and it'd still look about right. In the 4th slot, we are looking at the CR56A Max, which just is such a consistent assault rifle in this game with some of the best and most reliable attachment choices that you can make. You can pretty much choose whatever you do like here, like any attachment setup with the CR56A Max is fantastic. You'll do fantastic with it. So if you do want to run that large barrel and all the ADS attachments, you'll be fine. If you want to play a little bit slower and post up and play with that sort of longer distances style of class setup, it's really, really easy to do that as well. Great accuracy and an easy 700-ish rounds per minute fire rate makes for a fantastic option in this game. And as for my attachment choices, we are going with that sort of XRK Zodiac barrel for that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, making it very, very easy for us to hit our shots combined with that Commando foregrip. Recoil stabilization makes it very, very easy just to control every sort of thing that could happen when you're trying to kill people at sort of those medium to longer distances. 45 round mags on this bad boy to give us more bullets to fire is really, really nice here. And then the stippled wrap as well, aim down, side speed, sprint to fire speed, of course, and then the FSS close quarter stock as well, just giving us that really, really nice aim down, side speed that we're after. Makes it very easy to pull up this weapon, very, very easy to hit shots with this, just a nice, easy weapon to use, very casual, just chilling. Basically just shred people at ease with this. Fantastic weapon in this game, great for the number 4 slot. Now, when I was initially writing this script and making this list, I was worried that I was going to be overrating the AS VAL, but I feel like I'm right here. This AS VAL class setup that we've got going on right now is really, really good in this game. Like, it's just a weapon with such a high fire rate, and an actual 3 to 4 shot kill at most ranges, and you're just like, well, that's really, really good. It's already silent, so you're not wasting attachments on anything like that. It's just a super fast fire, as I said. Really, really easy pick on this list in my opinion, and as I said, you could probably swap this with the CR56 AMAX and this on the list and it would still be fine. With an already silenced weapon, basically we get a free attachment slot here. Most people would already think about putting a silencer on these weapons and stuff like that. The recoil can be a little bit significant sometimes without the right attachment setup, but we've got the best one here. This is the best class setup for this. You don't need any of this barrel stuff like the VLK 200mm OSA. You don't need that. The damage range and bullet velocity that you get from this is not really necessary as it's already a good option in this game. So we start off with that tack laser, getting those sights up nice and quickly with this. Does help with that slight amount of recoil control with that idle sway. Then the VLK Strelok stock for that recoil control, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. You don't usually see recoil control from a stock, but this is a fantastic option here, making it very, very easy for us to hit our shots when you do combine that with the tack laser and then the Merc foregrip as well. Recoil control and hip fire accuracy. Hip fire accuracy does come into play a little bit here because of the high fire rate with this weapon. You can just sort of walk up to people and blast them away without really thinking about it too much. It's a nice option to do. Then the 30 round mags are the biggest magazine option available. 20 is the default mags and 30 is a bigger number than 20, so we need this here. And then stipple grip tape, because it is very important to get those sights up nice and quickly with this. With this particular class setup, we do have probably the fastest aim down sight speed out of any of the assault rifles. Basically a very, very easy to use weapon. Get those sights up, fire those bullets down range with easy to control recoil with these attachments. Super, super nice option here. 3-shot kills out to about 40 meters, 30 meters. It's really, really nice here. But unfortunately, the new weapon options in this game really won't overtake the MP5. Just such a good option in this game. We just get such consistency, really, really easy to hit shots. I mean, just fantastic damage range, better than you would expect damage range from an SMG. Like, you don't see range like this usually in the SMG class. It's just a good option in this game, one of the best for sure. That's why it's number 2 on our list. Definitely the best SMG in the game. As for our attachments here, we're basically looking to increase all the stats that we just talked about. Starting with that barrel here, basically that sound suppression bullet velocity means we are very, very likely and capable of hitting shots with this. Increases our damage range as well, as we said already, means we can just hit shots from pretty much anywhere on the map and we do a decent amount of work with this. Then that Merc foregrip as well for that recoil control and hip fire accuracy, similar to what we said about the AS VAL basically. If you do want to walk up to someone and just hip fire them, that's a fantastic option. It's really silly how easy it is to use this weapon in pretty much every style. 45 round mags over the 10mm because we want more bullets to fire, and the recoil control can be a little bit difficult with the 10mm option. Stipple grip tape, of course, you've heard this a billion times. Aim down, side speed, sprint to fire speed, and then lastly sleight of hand to jam those magazines back into that weapon as soon as possible, making a really, really nice option here to just be able to sprint around everywhere, get those sights up nice and quickly, and spray people down. Is a fantastic option for our number 2 slot. And then of course the M4 in the number 1 slot. Basically they can't release a better weapon than the M4 because it would basically just be power creep and essentially pay to win status on this game, because you do unlock the sort of weapons in the battle pass with money if you are looking to do that very, very quickly. So that kind of gets to be pay to win, which is a little bit annoying. I know the weapons are free, but the M4 is still one of the best options in this game. Easy to control recoil, fantastic damage, good range, everything that you would want in an assault rifle is right here, of course. So our attachments are a little bit different than we normally run. The stock M16 Grenadier, of course, with that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. this is sort of the extent of our range increases that we want. We don't really need to worry about like a monolithic suppressor or anything like that. We're not playing in Warzone. The maps are pretty small for the most part, so we can usually hit shots with just this particular barrel here. Then we want to get those sights up nice and quickly with that aim down sight speed, and of course that aiming stability, aim walking steadiness makes it kind of easy to hit these shots with reducing that idle sway as well, and a nice aim down sight speed. The no stock as well for that movement speed and aim down side speed is a very, very nice option in this game. Sprint around everywhere and control the recoil with the barrel, and of course the commando foregrip in the underbarrel slot for that recoil stabilization. It makes it very, very easy for us to hit our shots here. And then those 50 round mags, of course, to increase our magazine ammo capacity above 30. Really, really nice option here. This is of course the XRK M4 variant, which does have a very nice looking iron sight. When you look at this in game, it absolutely slaps. Like, it's so super clean. The stock one is also nice, but I feel like the XRK variant is just better in terms of like a nice looking sight picture from this particular iron sights. M4, best weapon in the game still. That's okay. It is what it is. Like, they're not going to change it at this point. They've had like at least a year to change this weapon and make it like actually not the best weapon in the game, but they didn't, so it's still best, yeah. Anyway guys, that about wraps up our top 10 list here. If you disagree with me, make sure you let me know and I will be able to tell you why you're wrong in the comments below. I do appreciate you checking out this video. I know the Cold War beta is on or is about to wrap up as this video does go live, so the Modern Warfare stuff wouldn't have done very well this weekend, so we sort of held off a couple of videos, and that's okay. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. As I probably said 1,000 times already, I do appreciate it. Of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already done so, so you don't miss out on the new series coming up leading up into the release of Cold War, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!